Cathy Thomas. Karl Pfleider, the executive chef at the Blind Pig in Rancho Santa Margarita, is going to give us the inside track on how to cook scallops to perfection, then team them with some irresistible sidekicks. Bring on those sea scallops. Welcome, Chef.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And scallop tips. What have you already done with these scallops?
So one thing you want to do is take off what we call the foot or the abductor. They're definitely edible. My favorite thing to do with them is I'll set them all aside and do them in like fried rice or anything like that.
Wonderful.
So,
and you patted them dry?
Patting them dry is very important because we want to get a really nice sear on them.
Yeah. So we've already heated up this skillet.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and season these scallops.
A
generous amount.
There.
Yeah.
You gave a tip about heating up the pan before you add the oil.
Yes, hot pan, cold oil is the secret to making your seafood not stick. I'll take the flat side of my scallop, and I always want to go clockwise. It'll help you keep track of what's going on. And I'll always put down my larger first so I can get a more even cook time. I'll drop my heat slightly. Going to take this purple cauliflower puree that we made, trimmed everything off so I had the nice florets. So I did 1 cup of cauliflower fillets to 1 cup of salted water. We just boil that down, get it till it's pork tender, and we'll take it and put it in a Vitamix, any type of blender you have at home.
Food processor, blender, you just want to puree.
Puree it, yeah. And if you want to go the extra mile and make it really nice, if you have a fine mesh strainer, you can go ahead and push it through that. That'll make sure you have a really consistent, smooth texture. When we reheat it, we're going to add a little bit of butter to it. It's going to make a really nice, glossy sauce.
And I can see these are starting to turn brown around the edge.
Yes. So the one little trick I like to do is I give them a little quarter turn.
And why do you do that?
To ensure that I'm going to get an even sear.
I know that it's just really bad to overcook scallops because they turn into rubber bands.
Yes.
So how do I know when they're done?
We're going to do this to feel. You want medium rare to medium. So we're going to butter baste this. The way we're cooking these scallops is unilateral. So we're cooking one side and cooking up. This is going to make sure that we don't overcook our scallop. So I really like doing the butter basting technique here because it gives us a chance to add some extra flavor to this dry side.
Oh, gorgeous.
I'm gonna let these rest for a little bit, just like you would a steak. So next step we're gonna do is we're gonna take this oil that we had gently heating over here. Now this is rice oil, and we're gonna use it to make puffed rice. We're taking old rice, any rice works. Next day, just let it sit out and dry. So what's gonna happen is this really aggressive heat, it's going to release whatever moisture is left, causing it to expand and crisp up.
And how do you test the temperature of this oil?
We have this really fancy infrared thermometer. So we're at 390 and the oil is gonna start rising. So I'll go ahead and turn this off. I'm gonna take some of this rice here and it's gonna magically puff up.
Look at that. So you don't want to brown it at all. No. You just want it to be crunchy.
Yes. Another thing we're going to add to this plate is a grape soda gas streak that we made. Gas streak is equal parts vinegar and sugar.
So it's sweet sour.
Sweet sour, yes. Instead of using just raw sugar, I took grape soda, which you'd probably find in your fridge at home. Made a simple syrup out of that, equal parts sugar, cooked it down, weighed it out, and added equal parts of distilled vinegar. So we'll just a little bit of puree on a plate. Ramp kimchi that we actually make in-house, grape soda gas streak. Now we're gonna take these scallops, set those right on there. Take some of this puffed rice that we made here. Break it up however you want.
Chef, that looks delicious and beautiful too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the things you taught me to do today.
Thank you for having me.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Lentils are rich in fiber, lean protein, and iron. Plus, they are delicious. And if you buy them cooked and ready to go, they can be the core of a fast-to-prepare meal. Start by sauteing some red onion. I had about a half of red onion, finely chopped, little olive oil, and now they're nice and soft and translucent. And I'm going to add some celery and half of green apple. I used a Granny Smith. I want those to cook together for a couple of minutes, tiny bit of salt, and a generous amount of freshly ground black pepper. I want to season these up with an herb, and you can use rosemary, you could use thyme today. I'm using some thyme, about a tablespoon. And next we want to add our cooked lentils, and these are sold in the refrigerated deli of many supermarkets and places like Trader Joe's. And all you do is just take them out of the cryovac, and I think the easiest way is to use scissors. And I kind of crumble them with my impeccably clean hand. And then you want to add about 3/4 of a cup of broth, and it could be vegetable broth or chicken broth, but you want one that is sodium reduced. And then just break up those lentils. Okay, and a little mustard to add a little perky flavor. That's a couple of teaspoons. This is really kind of a vinaigrette that it's cooking in, so we need a little acid. Cider vinegar, sherry vinegar, a couple of teaspoons. Okay, our broth is cooked down. Our vegetables are tender crisp, but we need to give it a little taste here. It's really good. It needs a little bit of salt and pepper. If I was serving this vegetarian, I'd add a little olive oil to this just to give it a little richness. But because I'm going to add sausage to it, I'm going to just leave it just like it is. Spoon a little on the plate. And top it off with some hot Italian sausage. Delicious. The fruit and vegetable aisles are filled with so much potential. Try something new. Have an adventure.